So to resume the directions, we wanted to look after our discussion was where should we go along with this legislative bill, but in our terms and conditions and visions based on the philosophy behind this work. There's a philosophy of including everything has a place and everybody can practice this work. That was one idea. And the other one was, should we set up an association, a professional body, and have our own ways of looking at things and setting up things, and that voice, that association could be one voice to talk with the government or to the authorities. In either case, in the first case also, the association will be, it's on the way, it will be completed, but this was the initial place. And actually, by talking and immersing to the field, I think the question is, what is the most appropriate movement that we might have to take in this moment, the most appropriate movement for the field of family constellation in Romania, for now, but also in the future, with align with the philosophy of the work and what is needed in our country. So this is basically the place where we want to look at things. And if there's anything to be added by one of my colleagues, please do that. It's open. I try to summarize. All right, it seems that there's nothing to be added. So if you have any questions, I sent you some information which I think it's relevant for the movement in our country, but also for what is to open up in the constellation.
Should I take over or?
Yes, I just finished
okay.
what I said, what I had to say, and I think if nobody has to add anything else, I think this is the facts, this is the question or the questions we're looking at. And of course, we hope to get something out of it. And after the constellation, we'll see what direction we're going. So from my point of view, you can take over if you have questions or.
Okay, so before we start, first of all, thank you so much. I feel honored to be allowed to facilitate this constellation, which, yes, is in the first place for Romania, but I think it's something that has to do with every facilitator in every country in the end. Yeah, there are a couple of things I would like to explain before we start. First of all, we will be doing a blind constellation, which means that when we start, I ask kindly to turn off the videos of everybody. Then I will not tell you who you represent at the beginning. So I will ask, for example, who would like to represent number 1 or number 2? And you just tune in, please. And if you feel you want to show up, then you just turn on your video, please. If 2 people or 3 people turn on their video at the same time, that's okay too. Then, or depending on the representative position, we will go with all of them. Then you would be like 1A, 1B, 1C. Or I would go with the first one that has popped up. Okay. I will also, there is this button where I can turn off even the black screens. So in the end, you will only see the screens, the videos of the people who represent, which means we are not disturbed by anything else. You can just concentrate on what or who you represent and be fully in the energy. If sometimes it happens that you don't represent, but you feel something and you feel, I want to be part of this, then I ask you to send me a message in just to my name, not to the whole group, but just send me a short message. I feel I want to come in. I feel this, just in 2 or 3 words. Then I can see what I do with it and where the field is guiding me. Okay. Yes. In the end, of course, everybody will know who you represented. Maybe already in the process of the constellation, depending on the sentences that come up or the words that I ask you to say. Yes, I will go very slowly. So I will start with number 1 and check in and then add someone else and see what comes up, because I don't want to miss anything that might be needed, might be present. Yes, okay. Are there any questions in this regard? Good. I guess you're all experienced facilitators, representatives, so you know how it works, and that makes it a lot easier. Okay, good. So, are you ready to start? I will also turn off my video because I am not representing. Okay. I'm calling number 1. Who would want to represent number 1, please? Just turn on your video so I can see you. Thank you very much, Carmen. I will now change your name to number 1. And I just ask you first, please, to unmute yourself. And then please take your time, tune in. And whenever you're ready to share, just share with us how you feel and what comes up for you.
I need to do things. I have somehow energy and staying at and not doing anything make me anxious somehow. And I'm searching for things. I need to breathe somehow to equilibrate me. And I think that's it.
Okay.
A little bit of anxiety more than that. I don't do anything. I just think.
Okay. So you need to do things.
Yeah.
Can you stay a bit with this, please?
Yes.
If you were not allowed to do the things you want to do, how would that make you feel? Can you share with us what comes up?
Search for seeing different things. I have some pencil here, some essential oil that I want to smell. I don't know. I'm searching, but I don't know.
You're searching. Okay.
I'm more like I need to drink a little bit of water. I don't have patience to stay.
Okay, okay, okay. Good. How does your body feel?
Have a tension here, in the somehow neck, let's say like vocal.
In the neck or in the throat?
In the throat.
In the throat, okay.
I need somehow to say, to do something, I don't know.
Okay. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, number one. Now let's see how you feel when we take in number two. So who is called to step in as number two, please? So whoever wants to come as number two, just turn on the video, then you will pop up automatically. How does that make you feel, nobody wanting to join?
I think I can find different things to do.
Okay, okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm searching around, so I don't have a problem. They will come.
Okay, they will come. Very good. So let's see who will be coming as number two. Thank you much. Thank you very much, Florian. I will now change you to number two. And please unmute yourself, number two. And while you tune in, number one, you see how that feels for you. But just give me a moment. I got a message that I just need to check. Okay. Shonishta, I will take note of this. Thank you. Okay. Number one, how are you with number two?
At him, and what it's nice, my essential oil, it's awaken. Somehow awaken.
Awaken. Okay.
Yeah, this is the essential oil awaken. I smell it. I have a look there.
And you became aware of that when number two came in?
I have it also before, but I feel more the need to smell this.
Okay. Okay.
To be present somehow to the breathe and smell. And I look also to number two, but at the same time I'm aware of this.
Okay. Okay. And how do you feel in regard to number two?
I'm seeing number two. I saw that she had the eyes closed. I like that she opened the eyes, but I have the sensation that he have a fog or something. He cannot see me, like having blind eyes.
That he cannot see you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blind. And
Okay.
now it's with open eye, but it's
okay. Thank you very much. Number two, can you share with us how you feel?
At the beginning, I was squeezing my eyes. I mean, the phrase which came to my mind was something like eyes wide shut,
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I wasn't seeing anything. I was listening to number one, but the words were passing by somehow, and only a few of them stuck. So one word was awaken, and that was the moment when I could open my eyes. But I cannot look at number one. I do not see her. I'm not in contact somehow with her, but I hear her. More specifically, I'm hearing some keywords, to call them like that, which are popping here and there.
So number one was right when she said, it feels like he cannot see me.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not looking at number one.
Okay, where do you look at?
Well, I'm gazing somehow at everyone. Nobody's present, basically. This is what I'm saying. I'm looking at all these black squares, and it's like, nobody's present.
So you see the black squares?
I see the black squares, and with my peripheral vision, I can also see number one, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking at her. I'm seeing like colors there, you know, and something moving, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing all these names, all these, but nobody's
Okay,
present.
so that's interesting. I was thinking that when the host... Okay, okay. We cannot change that now. That's okay.
Yes, we can.
We can?
There is a setup. Yes, if you go on video.
But everybody has to do
Stop
that.
video. Yeah. They need to go on video.
Yes.
They have an arrow. Click on that. And they have like an bar with multiple options. And there is a video setting there. And when you click on video settings, you have like general video, audio, you have like a pop-up windows. And on that pop-up windows, you have different options. And one of that is hide non-video participants. Probably it's what you want.
Yes.
So now I'm getting activated and annoyed by number one. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, woman? Yeah. So now she's like, I feel scratches in my ears, to call him like that.
Okay. What would you need her to do?
Well, I do not know that, but I know that what she did was annoying me. I mean, she was talking about something which has no place here. Whatever that means. Yeah.
Yes. Very good. Okay. How do you feel, number one, with this?
I don't know what to do. And I have time. I'm better than from beginning. I'm more in the better position somehow. And it's fine. I don't need to talk or I don't need to do something.
Okay.
I have patience somehow.
Okay. Let's take in someone for number three. Okay, wait a moment. I have another message. Okay. Okay. Adina, you came up for number three? Yes. Okay, one moment. I will. Okay. Thank you very much. And Mihaela, you came up for number three too?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. But that makes sense. Okay. So while not the two number 3, but I will change your number 3A so it's easier to do that, and number 3B. Okay. Thank you for your messages. I have taken note of them and I will get back to you, okay? And Georgiana, continue to tell me your process, okay? Oh, now you feel better. Okay, good. So while number 3A and number 3B tune in, how does number 1 feel?
I hear about number 3. I was like singing and happy somehow, and I want to draw something. I pick up a notebook and I want to draw, I don't know what. And when number 3B appear, somehow I'm serious, how to say, more, I'm not so playful. But it's okay. I'm okay with her. I can see number 2, that it's agitated somehow, and I need to stay somehow. I'm okay.
And is there a difference in number 3A and number 3B? Your relationship to them?
Number 3A, it's more playfulness. On the relation with 3A and with 3B, it's more like being serious.
Serious.
Yeah. The number 3A, it was relaxation somehow. Okay, it'll be fine. I can do. She will do what she needs to do somehow. Something new about.
Okay. Did your relationship with number 2 change when the 2 3s came in?
When 3A came in, I can somehow only listen.
You can somehow, sorry?
Only listen. I don't
listen,
need to talk.
okay.
Yeah, I can relax somehow. And when 3B appear, I need to be present somehow. Not present here.
Can you clarify this being present? Is this present to be
attention, pay attention to what happened.
To what happens, okay. Okay. Number 2, what happened to you when the 2 number 3s came in?
When number 3A came in, I was free to look around. So up until that moment, my gaze was fixed somehow. Yes, of something beyond the screen, to call it like that. But now I can look from one participant to another, at least to these ones which I'm seeing. When number 1 is speaking, I can only hear noise somehow, kind of like that. Yeah, so it doesn't make sense to me, or it's not computing for me, whatever it's being said there. And I'm looking at 3A, I'm looking at 3B, but mostly at 3A. So my gaze is going from 3A to 3B and back to 3A, and then a little bit more to 3B and these kind of things.
And do you feel different with the 2 of them, or so you say a bit more to 3A?
A bit more to 3A, yes.
Okay.
No, right now I do not have a specific feeling. Just give me a couple of seconds more to see if something shows up.
Yes, take your time.
I don't know if I'm waiting something from them. I wait for them to say or do something. It's not yet clear to me.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Number 3A, how do you feel?
It was interesting for me when 3B came up. I felt in a way challenged by 3B. And then while I was listening to one, it was difficult for me to hear number one. It was also noise all around me. And suddenly I started to feel that 3B is here to support me. And I felt empowered by 3B. I don't like very much number one, especially her attitude. I feel like she's playing with us. Like she's superior somehow.
Okay. Thank you, 3A. 3B, how do you feel?
I have a lot of noise and a lot of nerves in my stomach. I see one I don't hear her very well. She's up and she's not in with us. I feel it like that. When you said, please, number 3, show up, I just show up, and you said, stay a little bit because I receive any message, and I just wait a little bit. After that, number 3A show up, and I was wondering should I or not, but I just show up with my with my feelings. I like number 2, even he's not decide 3A or 3B, doesn't matter. I like him. I don't like number 1, not because she's superior, because she's not so serious. I don't think she is aware about herself, about what it is. And I look all that name and picture, and I just waited to show up and from them to be in part, because it is so annoying and so frustrating from them, from me, to look at them. They are without any implication, without any support. Oh, I'm glad number 1 she stay on her chair. It is more natural like that. And I'm glad that I see number 3 and number 2. And I feel well when I listen to you, when I hear your voice, Ursula.
Okay.
It is like someone knows about us, is here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you feel seen and heard.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Number 1, what made you sit down?
To relax somehow, and I don't know, it's fine. I can relax like that. I draw blue eyes like 3B. This is what I need to draw. I don't know what. I like that. The color of the eye and how beautiful they are. And I'm listening somehow. I'm okay.
So you're drawing kind of for yourself?
Yes. Before we can remove the blood. Just a moment. It's like this. and I draw a beautiful blue one,
Mhm.
and I just listen what happens, and I'm somehow present, but I don't know how to explain this. I'm here.
It feels like what happens around you does not really, you're not really aware of this because you're so much in your bubble.
No, I'm very aware of everything.
Very aware.
Yeah, and I hear everything, and I look, even if I draw,
Okay.
often I have a look at the face and how they are, and
Mhm.
I'm aware.
Okay. I would like to ask you something. Okay, what happened here? Who was this?
Me,
Okay.
B3.
What's
Um,
going on?
I just make a noise on my throat.
Uh-huh.
You know, it is like I don't believe her at all.
Okay.
Something is come up from my.
Okay. Can I ask all the four of you just for a moment to stand up and see if you're standing, if anything changes. Just getting up from the seated position. And I would like you to also tune in and maybe express also through your body posture how you feel. Number one, okay, you're back. Okay. If you were in a physical space, number two, where would you go? Would you go closer to one of them? Would you go further away? Yeah, number two, can you share with me?
I was trying to figure that out.
Ah, okay, sorry. I thought you wanted to say something.
No.
Take your time.
Mhm.
Take your time.
No, so what I can share is that I have weak knees and I feel this need of falling down.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is
And-
something which I can share now.
Mhm. Is this related to the whole situation, or is this related more to one of the others three?
I am not connected to any of the three when this
Okay.
happens. Yeah.
Okay. So you're not really strong enough to stand there?
No.
Okay. What would you need?
That I do not know.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. So what I do know is that I have no connection. And now I'm thinking if I would have a connection anywhere, somewhere, well, it might help, but I don't have it.
You don't have the connection.
No.
Okay.
So I have seen 3A, 3B, but not at that profound level to call it like that. And interestingly, when one sat down, actually I was able to look, to see one and to hear her better. But she needed to sit down.
She needed to sit down. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let me explore with them and then they can sit down again. Number one, how did you feel going up again, standing up again, and the others also standing up?
From beginning, I stand it up because when I do constellation, I always ask the people to stand up in order to feel their body.
You please stay with your
This
role.
was,
So
yeah. This I want somehow. I'm in that role, but when I see number 2, I don't see the head because he was in my mind all the time. I didn't see 3A and 3B. And when he fall down, I feel that I don't have energy, and somehow I need to help him, but I cannot. And I need somehow to rest. I feel tiredness. That was, and now I'm a little bit angry, I think.
Can you just stay with that before? You said you felt you need to help him?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm somehow not allowed, I cannot somehow, I don't know why.
Okay, you cannot or you are not allowed? Can you just check in?
The first thought, it's allowed, not allowed. But I don't know why this pop up, and now I feel a lot of heat here when I say not allowed somehow, no. Something changed in the energy, in my energy. I don't know what, but I can see only him. And I see the number 3, but I don't see it actually. The focus is on number 3.
Would it make sense to tell him I would like to help you, but I'm not allowed to?
Yes.
Can you tell him?
Actually, he cannot receive what I can offer. It's more like this. It's I am here. I want to, but somehow you are not. The feeling is that you are not prepared somehow to do this, and I feel that I need to go like a little bit to create the space and not go in front. I can do it, or I can somehow is his process. And now I see that he's have less energy and less.
Just wait.
So I need to talk. I need to make this to not talk.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2. What was that reaction?
It was interesting because when you said number 2, I had to remind myself, oh, I'm number 2. This is somehow familiar to me. You're not ready. You're not ready, whatever that means. So there's a familiarity into it. I cannot look at anybody right now. So yes, I can listen, but I cannot look. She said something about permission to help or permission to intervene or something like that. Well, that one stood out somehow for me. That's pretty much it. I'm just...
So for you, permission felt more true than you're not ready yet?
Very hard for me to say. It is about permission, but it is also about not being ready.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you very much. Number 3A, how do you feel standing up? Did something change with that?
I feel much better standing. I'm with my back to number 1. I hardly can hear her. I don't trust her. And I'm very connected to number 2. I feel very close to his needs and warmth. And then now number 3B will come in when it's necessary.
So you don't trust number 1?
No, I would never ask her for help.
Interesting. Just 1 second, I take a note. Okay, thank you very much. Number 3B, what about you? Standing up?
I was good when I feel my legs. I am totally agree with number 3A. I want to help and I want to support number 2. And the feeling from my chest disappear when I stand up. And I can just look at number 2 to be with him or support him. And I put myself on the chair, on the desk to sit and to wait and to be here for what he needs.
Okay, thank you very much. Just give me a moment because I got several messages here and I want to acknowledge them. Okay, Aurel, would you come in, please, as number 4?
Moment.
Who is there? Aurel. I had asked Aurel. Aurel Mocanu. Sorry.
Turn off
I'm
your camera
here.
if you hear
Just a
it,
moment.
please.
It's not working the Wi-Fi. Just a second.
Okay. Okay, so while you try to come in,
Here I am.
okay, Aurel. So I will change you to number 4. Okay, and then we have someone else coming up. Bubba, I don't even know your name. Did you come up when I was saying the number 4? Or what made you show up? Can you please?
Connected.
Sorry?
I just connected. I just entered the room.
Ah, okay, okay. So,
And I'll write my name.
okay, you know what we do?
I'll put my name.
Yes, but you know what we do?
Yeah, I know you're doing the constellation.
No, 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 no.
Ah, sorry.
I'm okay because we are in midst of the constellation. So can you turn off your video, please?
Sure.
Thank you very much. And mute yourself.
All right.
But I will take note of this. Okay, good. So while number 4, you please tune in. Number 1, did something change with number 4 coming in for you?
I like his voice, and all my attention goes now to number 4. The other are not so important, but number 4 have a voice that I like.
All your attention goes to number 4. Yeah. Okay. Did number 4 change anything in your relationship with number 2?
Not at all. I feel like sort of a brother or sort of a twin or alter ego, because all the way from the beginning, I felt the impulse to just jump in at number 2. But there were all sorts of considerations and feeling and questions like, am I the one? Maybe I should wait. Maybe I'm not the authentic, whatever representative needs to be there. And somehow I knew that whoever will be very much resonating to this, which he actually shared in the meantime. So I feel very supportive towards number 2, and it's like I'm the real number 2 or whatever, something like that. But we are one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2, how is this for you?
So I have this movement in my body.
I can
Now
relate to that movement.
Now I'm able to look up. Yes, I'm seeing number 4. I was a bit annoyed, actually not a bit more annoyed by that lady coming in. Yeah, my mind was, who is this? And who is this? Why is this coming in? What is this? I don't know what this is. Yeah, and I'm a bit relieved now that she disappeared and I can see somehow number 4. I do not know about the imposter part or that. I don't feel like an imposter or like you're the real number 2 or I'm whatever. That I do not feel. Yeah, it is something with number 4.
Did the presence of number 4 change something for you with the others, number 2?
No, with the others, not so much.
Not so much.
So the difference is this movement in my body, which you are seeing now. And yeah, I'm looking at number 4. I do not know exactly. I don't feel a connection per se, but definitely I'm seeing him.
Can you tell him this? I see you.
I see you. Te văd.
Number 4, how is this for you?
It's getting better. Initially, it was a bit, let's say, I was in 2 minds about this initially, but it's getting better.
Can you
like a better feeling within myself.
Okay. Number 4, how are you with number 3, with the 2, 3A and 3B?
I can very much relate to 3B. I have a great sympathy for her. And 3A feels rather, in a way, unfamiliar. Like I can't really relate so much. I can't really connect so much. But she's all right. But I have more sympathy, more warmth towards 3B.
Okay. And how are you with number 1?
Initially, I've been through all the phases that number 2 expressed along the constellation. And as I tune in now, to some extent, I feel like something is not totally right there, but I'm okay with her presence.
Can you tune in a bit in this? To some extent, I feel something is not totally right there. Can you tune in a bit more?
Yes.
Just look at her and see what comes up.
In a way, I think what comes to me is that I perceive her to be, in a way, directive, and I don't sit well with that. Something in me is getting angry about this. At the same time, I can live with that.
Okay.
As I sit with this more, it's a bit more of a opposition that comes to me. Like, yeah, you do your thing and I'll do mine, that kind of stuff.
Mhm. She does her thing and you do yours. And you can support number 2.
Yeah, and I can relate very much also to his swaying.
Mhm. Okay, thank you very much. Number 2, what comes up for you?
Nothing really, nothing more than I just said.
Okay. When you just go with this movement, really allow yourself to be in that movement. And then see if anything comes up, like pictures or emotion or
So there were some pictures of something turning upside down, like rolling.
Mhm.
Like when you have a crash of some kind and your car is rolling over,
Mhm.
multiple times. That's just an image. It's not connected to this,
Okay.
but I just wanted you to have a feeling
Mhm.
how I can see it inside, this turning of pictures.
Yes. Can you please leave your eyes open? Even though you might want to close them, but yes. Mhm. When you have your eyes open, who do you see?
I see number 4.
You see number 4. Okay. So number 4 is kind of your anchor?
I would say yes. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, my whole attention is now on number 4.
Okay. Number 1, how does that make you feel?
Powerless somehow, but not and tired. And I have a look at when number 2 and number 4 speaks. I always have a look at 3 that it's somehow sad and I don't know, beautiful but sad in the same time. And when I see number 2, it's like I don't know, missing love. I don't know how to explain. Number 4 is more center for me, somehow more stable.
More, sorry?
More stable, more
stable.
secure.
Stable.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I didn't understand the word.
sorry.
Okay, number 3B, how are you?
I just start to be a little bit tired.
What makes you tired?
I think that movie or on number 2. We just stay like that and make like that and just do nothing. I like number 4 when show up. I was very curious what he will say. In some way, I hope, I believe he can be a hope, or my hope, kind of.
Okay, he can make a difference.
Yes.
Okay, okay, thank you. Number 3A, what comes up for you?
With the number 4 here, I can trust him to stay with number 2. And now I can look at number 1 and I want to ask her to come closer so I can hear her better.
Okay, can you tell her?
Please come closer so I can hear you better.
How is this for you, number 1, when you get this invitation?
I can breathe.
Okay.
Finally, somehow, I don't know. I have this feeling, yes, I want to come closer.
Okay.
But now I see that 3B is anxious somehow.
So she wants to hear you better. Number 3A, does this mean you want to hear what number 1 has to say?
Yes, and also to hear her clearly. Because
Okay.
until now it was like she was very far away and I couldn't understand her words. I had to work a lot to understand her. And now that she's closer, I can also see her better and I see she's beautiful. And I'm more curious about her.
Okay, would you tell her the closer you come, the more I can see your beauty?
The closer you come, the more I can see your beauty.
Number 4, how are you with this?
As 3A started speaking, I could relate more and more to what she was saying, and by means of her, I started to have another perception of 1.
Okay.
And, I don't know if this how the phone screen is divided, because I have like a column with a 2 and 3B on one side, and I'm very good friends with them and close to them. I feel them. That's how I feel towards them. But now it's like the left column, the left side, has also becoming into like a more harmonious connection for myself. So I can subscribe to that. I feel very good about everybody there now.
Okay, okay.
And the hearing, yeah, is the same thing. It's both metaphorical, meaning-wise, but also physically. The sound was for me too. It didn't do it before.
Okay. Okay.
I can breathe. I can breathe now.
You can breathe now, and number 2 has stopped swaying.
In a way, I can take them all in. That's how I feel, and I could stand straight.
Okay, can you tell them this? I can take you all in and I can stand straight.
Pot să vă primesc pe toți și să stau drept și să respir bine. I can take you all in and breathe
And I can
better
breathe
and
well.
stand straight. Yes.
Yes, yes. Number 2, you have stopped moving.
I have.
Yeah, how do you feel?
Better connected with 3A. I'm basically mirroring what number 4 was saying. And through 3A and whatever she was saying is now much more clear, number 1. I can see her much clearer. There's a wish of standing up. I do not know how or what would help me to do that, but that's definitely a wish there.
Okay, so whenever that wish becomes a movement without me saying anything, just go with this, okay? Sure. That goes for everybody. If anybody has a wish to change position, stand up or whatever, then just do that, okay? Number 3B, what happened? You put on the light.
Yes, to see better.
Uh-huh.
And then for me, when number one he approach, I can see her and understand her better. And when number two said, I can stand up. I see myself stand up with him, behind him too, and I take his hand in my hand and I hold it. And I was very, I feel good feelings with that. When he said I can and I want to stand up, I feel some joy, some hope, something. I like it when I hear it, that.
Okay, this would sound very good, but I'm always very careful. I have here someone who wrote me, I'm growing an uneasy feeling, things are not happening, and for someone to call things as they are. Patricia, would you come in as number 5 and being that someone to call things as they are? Thank you very much. So while you tune in, number 5, I would just ask the others to check your reaction to her. Take your time. Okay, so number 5, you are here to be the someone to call things as they are. What would you do?
My first move is to include everyone, and I've had a resistance to select only non-participants with cameras, and because I had the feeling that I wanted everyone and to hold everyone. So now as I come here, I have this feeling from my heart to hold everyone. And as I tune into that, I turn to 3B and I'm like, hi.
Me too.
So
And
would it
like-
make sense to say to 3B, we need to include everyone?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I want to tell her, I'm here.
Okay. That's interesting because your originary message kind of was that we need to include everyone, right? I wanted to include everyone. Yes. You came here with this message. To whom would you want to speak this message?
We need to include everyone.
Yes.
To what's guiding the movement of the constellation.
Okay. And when you said someone to call things as they are, is this what means to call things as they are?
No, but I don't feel that I want to say them.
Ah, okay. Aha, you see what happens when we speak about them? Number 2 stands up, number 3A stands up, number 3B standing up. Just stay a bit with them and see what happens for you, number 5, when they stand up.
from here I can hold a more peripheral vision.
Mhm.
I do want to communicate to 3B again that all of this is in service of what's guiding her.
All of the, can you tell her directly in Romanian?
No. I don't
No.
speak.
Ah, you don't speak Romanian, sorry. I'm sorry. Then in English.
For some reason, I feel uneasy about speaking things as I have been observing or perceiving. But there is a clarity of transmitting an intention of tuning into the real needs of a client.
Mhm. And sorry, it's a bit confusing. And this is what you wanted to say to 3B? Is this the message you want to, because you were okay.
Oh,
3B, what's happening?
I have something in my chest, in my throat, because I don't understand at all what she wants to.
Yes.
And it is like I don't have so much air to breathe. And I start to be a little bit worried or something. I look on around of me and I'm a little bit insecure.
Can
Yeah,
you tell? Yeah,
when
number 5.
about 3B, I'm getting like, yes, but not so much. I also need space. And it's not just about like a motherly care about her. Sort of like, yeah, I don't want to be on top of her. Me neither. I feel uncomfortable by being asked so much about her.
Okay.
But she didn't ask me.
No, not you.
No, she said she's someone call things as they are, but when she's asked to say them directly, then she doesn't, right?
Yes.
Yes. Let me check with number 1. Number 1, what happened with you? You're going back in your space?
I need more space because number 5 brings some problem, some dizziness for me. Sometimes I feel number 5, sometimes not. And somehow I want to be present, but I cannot. I don't know how to explain. And I have like eyes that are hurting me, like feeling really, really heavy and somehow a pain. I don't know how to. And I need to create some space. I need. Number 5 is not good. It's not. It's confusing me. It's bring this problem. I cannot see. I see number 2 that one moment I cannot see it. I look at number 3, number 4. I ignore him. But now, and I try to understand what's about, and I don't get it somehow. I want to get it, but I don't. And I need to have some space and listen. Maybe I will understand.
Okay. Who understands number 5?
I do not know if I understand her, but I react to her.
In which way?
So when she first came up, there was a slight bodily withdrawal, so I felt the need of stepping back. But then I felt also the need to get up and stand on my own ass, to call it like that, on my chair. And when she was saying we need to include everybody, well, that really gave me power. So now I'm really grounded. I'm ready. Yeah. I don't feel aggressive, but I feel ready. And this is also the words in my head. I'm ready.
Ready for what?
I do not know.
Okay.
Yeah. So nothing else is coming to mind.
Can you
only
please have your eyes open?
No, I do have my eyes
You
open.
have, okay.
Yes.
And see when you say I'm ready and you look at the others, is this connected to any one of them? Maybe not. I'm just checking.
I'm ready.
To whom would you say this?
Maybe to number 4. I feel more connected to him.
Okay.
It's a generic saying, kind of like saying to everyone, like, I'm ready now. Now I'm ready. But when you asked me to look around, my eyes were sticking at number 4.
Okay.
To him, I would say I'm ready.
Okay. Number 3A, how are you?
It's getting difficult for me. I feel tired. And okay, I understand that number 2 is ready. I felt he's ready, so I'm ready too. But then when I'm in this movement, everything stops and we need to hear, we need to imagine, we need to discuss. And it's like you always stop me from doing something, from moving on. It's like I'm walking like this and oh, what's happening now? And with number 5 here, I couldn't see and hear number 1 anymore. And I'm a bit afraid.
With number 5, you couldn't see number 1 anymore. Okay.
I feel it's a lot of tension. It's difficult for me also to breathe. I don't know what I have to do.
Can you tell number 5, with you, I cannot see number 1 anymore?
With you, I cannot see number 1 anymore.
How is this for number 5?
Like, I know, like, before I came in, when they were starting to get closer, I was very afraid because I felt there's an imminent danger gonna happen. I don't see it as a bad thing that she's afraid. Like, this is your path. This is where you need to be. I'm okay.
This is where you need to be. So she needs to be afraid.
Yes.
Okay, just take that in for a moment. Why do you want number 3 to be afraid? What's behind that?
No, I don't want number 3 to be afraid. Just like, yeah, this is where you are.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of the of the fear.
You're not afraid of the fear.
I'm getting angry now. And I would like to tell to number 5, this is too much. Please stop doing this.
Number 3B, how are you with this? When you hear number 3A saying what she says?
Yes, she has right. I feel number 5. I don't know. Image came in my mind. It's like a parent is very happy he will have a child, and after that he cannot know what he can do with him, with her. I was so happy when she show up, when she speak to me, but that one moment she don't take me with all. And now she said we should feel fear, and I don't know if she's serious or she knows what she tell us. And I look at number 4. It was like I forgot him. I hope he will do something. I see number 2 moving, and I'm happy for him. Number 1, she's there, but I don't know how is it.
Thank you. Number 2 is moving. What kind of movement is that?
So I feel kind of like a football player, you know, getting warm just before entering the field. So I'm like, okay, now I'm active. I'm ready. So yeah, this is according to the contract. And this is interesting because this word showed up very...
According to the contract.
Yes.
Does this have to do with number 5?
I do not know. She started all this, yes, somehow, but I don't think that it's just her. Yeah. So in my mind, that's it. Yeah. So I can see everybody now, maybe with a little bit of exception of number 1, which I can see, but it's somehow I do not connect. But come on, I'm ready. So let's start running, you know, in the race already. Let's.
Who would you take in as your running buddy?
And now I'm looking at number 5 for some reason. When you asked this question.
Okay. So if you were in a physical space and I would ask you to start running and choose someone you want to run with, would that be number 5?
Yes.
Okay. Number 4, how is that for you?
Well, initially I felt sort of a uneasiness about number 5. And I was just thinking, like, just when everything was coming together, it's now kind of falling apart. So to me, when she said that 3A, it's all right if 3A is going to be in that fear, I was like, why would you be fearful if we come together? Because that's what she said. Like when we were all coming together, she felt something not so good is going to happen. And then she's okay with 3A being in fear. I was like intrigued by this. Very much, I'm very much with 2. Like, yeah, bring it on. Let's do stuff. So it was in a way better for my experience felt so better before bringing 5 into the equation, but I'm adapting.
Okay.
And yes, I can feel like something needs to be done. Something needs to be done.
Okay. And Georgiana, can you come in as number 6, please?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. 6 here. Okay. Now I want everybody 1, 2, 3, A, 3B, 4, 5 to look at number 6. And really look at her. And take your time to look at her. And number 6, if you had 1 or 2 words to tell these representatives that look at you, what would that be? Take your time.
Sunt aici și vă văd. Vă recunosc mai degrabă. Sunt aici și vă văd. I'm here and I see you.
Who feels seen by number 6? Number 5, how is this for you now?
For a comment or in general?
With her.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Like I was okay before and I'm still okay.
Okay. Number 3A.
I started to think about Bert Hellinger and I feel touched.
And in this feeling touched, how are you with number 1 now?
In a sense of respect.
Okay. Number 6, what happens with you?
I start to cry, but because I'm happy, I don't know, it is how it should be when I hear about the respect. It's about the respect. So simple and with no words. If we don't need so much words.
Yes.
Only to see, to stay, and respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's very interesting that I also respect them. I feel respect and grateful through you, through all of you. This is what I feel.
Okay, let me check with everybody how. Number 1, how do you feel towards number 6 and what and her words?
Love coming from number 6. I feel a lot of love. Love inside somehow that come, and I like that somehow this empowered number 3, and somehow I'm behind number 3 in order to support, but I still have a space. I'm most close of number 3 in this moment if I will be in a room.
Yeah, sorry, this was acoustically a bit difficult to understand. So
Okay.
you are
Yes,
behind number 3, you said?
Yes. I'm somehow support number 3. But
Support
I'm
number.
not, yeah. And from 6, it come a lot of love.
Yes.
And
so did I understand right? When you feel that support, that respect in number 3, you can support number 3?
yes.
Yes. Can you tell her? When I feel your respect, I can support you.
When I feel your respect, I can support you.
And you're Romanian, right?
Yes.
Yes, you can say it in.
Când îți simt respectul tău, pot să te sprijin, sunt în spatele tău și te susțin.
Number 3B, how do you feel in regard to number 6?
I don't believe her too much. It's like she says some concepts, it's like the mother or the parents, the fathers, but they are not there in the truly way.
Can you clarify that?
I don't feel her.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Number 4, how do you feel in regard with number 6?
When number 6 came in, I just had like a wonder child, wunderkind. But so in a way, I can relate in a playful way with who is there, but I see it more along these lines. That's my experience.
And how does that make you feel?
Playful. Playful.
Playful. Okay.
Yeah, even let's say more physically playful. Like I know you can play a game, but you can also pat somebody on the shoulder stronger, or that kind of stuff. That's my experience.
Yeah. Thank you. And number 2, how do you feel in regard to number 6?
Well, she has my attention, but her words are not touching me. I mean, I can see that she has the emotions, yes, at least some of them that she was speaking about, but nevertheless, her words are not yet touching me.
Number 6, how is that? Yes, number 4, you wanted to say something?
I realize it could be better to clarify. So in a way, I could say that I'm not taking her seriously. I see like a wonder child, somebody very, I don't know, gifted, let's say, but my response is more from what I'm feeling is more from a playful child place, not from an adult, grown up, father, mother, colleague, co-worker, whatever. So, and I realize her speech, what she says is a lot from that side in a way. That's why I wanted to clarify. So it's like a lot of what she says, yeah, sounds all right, but how I can relate to her in a good way is this playful way. I don't know if that is not taking her seriously or not, but that's how I feel. To some extent, I like her.
When you say not seriously, could it be something that is not, just let me find the word, something that you cannot grasp, that you cannot define, something that
I say maybe I'm not taking her seriously in the way that playfulness is not serious. Like in the way a wonder child is not an adult.
Yeah.
I can play with her, so that means I'm not taking her seriously.
Yeah.
But the playfulness gives me a good feeling. But the other stuff, I can't relate that much. It sounds all right, but
okay. Thank you for
there's like
clarifying.
smile for somebody's sake. Yeah, that's more like it.
Number 6, how do you feel with all these?
I accept everything. it's like it is a process and it's okay. I receive every words they said, it's true. And it's like, yes, it's a process. But it's like, I know who I am and I know what because I feel here a lot of love, but I speak now because you say to say something, but I don't feel to say something now, only to stay.
Yes.
And I know it is a process and I'm here, but I know it's a process.
It's a process. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a process. Yeah. Dragos, I had sent you a message with a question. Did you see that?
Yes, and the answer is yes. I feel this
Okay.
from time.
Okay. Then you come in as number 7. This, I think, is the last we need. Okay. Okay. Number 7. Good.
I have goosebumps.
And you have a halo around your head.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes, yes. Who has a reaction to number 7? Would you express this in a change in your position? Let's first start with the physical body. Would you still sit or Okay. Before I come to you, number 7, number 6, how do you feel with number 7?
Great, it's like it's something. Puteți să traduceți ca și cum s-a împlinit ceva. E împlinit, nu știu să zic în engleză.
It's like something has been achieved.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy to see him. I'm happy.
Yeah. Thank you. Number 4.
So first of all, I have, like, let's say, the idea that I in real life I also have a lot of affection and appreciation for Dragos. So that is, I need to put that aside or on the table.
Don't
But
worry
in a way,
about
it's like,
that.
yeah, the real McCoy. It's like we're constellating, and this is Bert Hellinger or something. That's my feeling. Like, yeah, that's very good to have this number 7 here.
Yes. And 7 is a special number, right?
Oh, yeah.
Number 5, how are you with number 7?
I'm happy. I'm happy. There was a particular turning point for me when 2 said, I'm ready to do my job. And I felt, okay, now I don't have to be here. They can handle it on their own. Because I don't feel like an element of the circle of the issue. And when 7 came up, there was a similar feeling like, oh, when there's an open heart, I don't need to be here.
Oh, okay. Can you all take this in, please? Everybody, the ones, when there is an open heart, I don't need to be here. Thank you very much, number 5. Thank you. Just let's take that in for a moment, and I will say it again. When there is an open heart, I don't need to be here.
And that touches me deeply. What she just said and all her reaction is touching me deeply.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much, number 5. Number 3B. How are you with number 7?
I'm very happy to see him. I like when I see him stand up. It's like a tree, grounded and very big. My heart started beating, and I like the words or number 5. And I'm like I'm landed. I don't know how. I feel I'm landed. I'm
Blended?
landed.
Landed. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Now
I can be. I can rest. I can breathe. I can just be. I feel a lot of silence in my body, a lot of quiet.
Okay. Number 3A, how do you feel?
I feel relaxed. I can breathe easily. I feel like I'm at the same table with the number 1 now. We can start communicating. I see number 7. I'm happy he's here. I feel empowered. And I was very touched by number 5, by what she said. When there's an open heart, she doesn't need to be here anymore.
Beautiful. I can start communicating with number 1 now. Remember this. I will clarify soon. Thank you very much. Number 2, how are you?
I'm okay. So when number 7 came up, a smile popped on my face. This is what I can tell you. And this is what I'm doing with my body, whatever that means. Yes, and I also have an affinity for number 5. Yeah, but the interesting part is that, yeah, besides the bowing kind of like movement, I am sitting like this because now I can look at everybody, like whoever they are, whatever they are doing, whatever they are saying, I can see everybody and I can look.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And number 1?
I am fine. I'm seeing everybody and I release a lot. I feel like yawning, I think. This
Yawning,
during
yes,
this,
yes.
during the process. So it's still a process, but for me, it's fine. It's fine what it's here. And I like everything. At the beginning, I told you I have this confusion, but when number 5 talked for me, it was very clear. Also the face, the eyes, everything.
Wonderful. Number 7, you have the last words. Tell us what comes up for you.
Well, when I first stepped in, I had the goosebumps, and then I saw various reactions, and somehow there was something that I wanted to tell to number 1, and it was like, what happened to you? What happened to you that, puts you in that place where people do not see you or maybe reject you? So that was the first thing. And then I felt, looking at number 6, that there's a very bright image, very clear image. When I'm looking at her, she's the brightest and the clearest image on my face. And I have been deeply touched by number 3s, A and B, and also by number 5. For me, they're on the same page. It seems they're on the same line. Yeah, and somehow I see a bit of myself in number 2. He has also a halo besides his head. And yeah, and it feels like the sentence that comes up, it deeply touched me when number 5 said, with an open heart, I don't need to be here. And somehow it's, let's move on. That's the sentence comes with me. And somehow to underline what she said, we really need to be here or somewhere else? And that's the, let's move on. And let's move on, it's together. That's the and when I say that, I have again goosebumps.
Yes.
Oh. And every one of them has a place and an importance. They all of them. So for me, this image could not be complete or cannot be put on the wall without any of them. That's the feeling.
Yeah. And Annika made me aware that you have, number 7 has a sentence on the t-shirt. Define your own freedom.
Oh. Yeah.
I think this is also very much related and in resonance with the topic.
It seems so. Again, goosebumps.
Okay, I think it feels complete here. Before I tell you who you represent and we do the deruling, is there anyone who feels you want to share something that you feel is important? Any one of the representatives? Yes, number 6.
I want to say e un puternic sentiment de recunoștință și că mulțumesc pentru ceea ce faceți.
It's a strong feeling of gratitude for what you're doing and thank you for what you're doing.
Mulțumesc. Yes.
I have also something to share.
Yes.
I feel a little bit, I don't know if the word is proper, like judge, not integrated somehow. This is my feeling from number 7 when he talks, but it's fine.
So let me understand, you feel that you are judged and something is not integrated?
Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense.
I'm somehow, I don't know why,
yes.
but I have this feeling and I don't know how to express the feeling properly somehow.
Yes, no, that makes a lot of sense. And what would you need? Could anyone hear of the other representatives? Just take your time and look at them. Take your time and see if any sensation comes up. Could any one of them be of your support?
All of them.
So would it make sense to tell them I need all of you?
Yes, I need all of you.
To be complete?
To be complete.
And to allow myself to show myself?
And to allow myself and show myself.
You can say this, repeat this in Romanian.
Da, am nevoie de toți ca să fiu complet și să strălucesc, aș zice. Integrat. Să fim...
Thank you, number 1. Anyone else feels you want to say something? Okay, good. Number 1.
I need to open my light And probably
Yes, okay.
maybe
Then we wait for you to open the light. That's a good sign.
Then we can see you.
Yes.
I want to say this message. Please turn the light.
The perfect moment to open your lights. Yes. So, number 1, Carmen, thank you very much for being number 1. You represented the family constellation work in Romania. Yeah. Now you're Carmen again. Number 2, can you please remind me your name? I forgot to write it down.
Florin.
Florin. Thank you very much for representing the people benefiting from constellation work. Now you are Florin again. Number 3A and number 3B. So you came in as 2, right? The idea was to choose number 3 for the Romanian government. But there is the Romanian government and then there is the bill. So for me, then it made sense that you came together. Okay, so number 3A, you are Adina, right? Yes. Adina, it feels that you represented the government. And can you please, I forgot to write down your name.
Mihaela.
Mihaela. Mihaela. And you represented the bill.
What is the bill?
The bill, this
Legea. Legea.
Yeah.
Oh, legea.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Number 5. I wrote down your name. It was Patricia, right?
And number 4?
Number 4. Sorry. So number 4, this was interesting because I wanted to take in the association, the Association for Romanian Constellation, Systemic Constellation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you came before, so it would make very much sense that you represented the newly or to found, because you wanted to support the people benefiting, right? You were the support. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Number 5. Patricia. Wait a second. So you came in actually as the one that you suggested someone to call things as they are. And this makes also a lot of sense because you were talking about fear. And there is, I think, a lot of fear around this whole process of what is going to happen. And the interesting thing is that you told the government you should fear, you should, you know. So this is something to think about. Yeah.
So what was she representing?
So she represented someone who calls the things as they are, because she wrote me a message.
Mm-hmm.
We need someone who calls the things as they are. So I said, okay, you come in as that person. Yes. And it makes sense that then in the end, she says, when there is an open heart, I don't need to be here anymore. Because with an open heart, automatically you say the things that are important to say. And you call things as they are. You don't have to fight them anymore. You don't have to be afraid. You just stand up for what you believe in, right? And then Georgiana said, something is missing. It's clarity. So Georgiana came in as clarity. when you came in, just let me check the messages. Sharmishta shared. So that you talked about clarity, you talked about honoring, and then Sharmishta said, Bert arrived for me. And then she wrote me sentences flowing through my head. You can't legislate air. You can't legislate water. The mountains, the trees, nature, they are here as they are. I think that's also an important message that came up for Sharmishta when you came in as clarity. And then Dragos sent me a message and he said, this brings some light and settles the energy, but still something is missing. For some reason, I have this inside urge of a movement, collective, something that can move them together. So, Dragos, this is for what you came in.
Whatever that might be.
Whatever that might be, but I think it is very, very important. It's a movement. A movement is in motion. It is, someone said it, I don't know, a process.
Me.
You said it's a process. And it was very, very important, the end, when number one, the family constellation work in Romania, when you said, I feel judged. I still don't feel whole. And then you said, I need all of you.
Yeah. And actually the number one was the first that I saw, and not necessarily her, but her struggle that struck me. It's not that I was not accepting her, is that her struggle really struck me, and that's what I saw there, and that's where my sentence came from. What happened to you? What's the suffering behind? So that's
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, what comes up for me, the first thing is to give the work that we are doing the honor that it deserves. Okay, does anyone want to share anything here before we pop up everybody with our videos again and join?
Can we show all to the face with the camera? Also to see Ursula?
Yes, this is what now I just wanted to check if anybody wants to. Now we can, everybody can turn on their cameras again.
I do want to say something. I don't know if it adds information to this. When you said, she said she wanted to say something, but she won't. Even just clarifying that, I don't know if it's useful. It wasn't my place. It was the elements at play. That was my.
Yes. This makes sense. Beautiful. Does any one of the participants want to share something that you feel might be important? So of the non-representatives, but of the others. Okay. Yes.
Perhaps
Yes.
One impression is that the topic of the constellation really generated by the end a great, now that it has been outlined, who was who, etc. A great compassion or something, because actually your association
كلمتك حبيت نكلمك ما تحصلش
taking on. Can you unmute Shahrazade?
Who is it that?
Shahrazade. Anyway. So anyway, the compassion that what we are experiencing nowadays, how difficult it is to get something through, you know, into making connection between government, legislation, and issues which we feel so important and precious in our lives. So something like that, the heaviness of that. And at the beginning, you mentioned that it has a larger meaning, maybe, that not just the Romanian community. And I think that's what I am taking away from this constellation, you know, that it is really a struggle, a kind of a heaviness of not connecting, not relating, big size, and it needs a lot of energy and support and community in its real sense in order to break through, if that happens. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your insight, Rusa.
I think this is very important because I can feel this with myself. It's always this questioning, what are we doing? Because we do not have this position like other therapeutic approaches. I mean, I'm trained in Viktor Frankl's logotherapy, but still, are we aware of what we're doing? Do we honor our work enough? Do we realize what we are doing actually? I'm writing a book at the moment, and it's all about love and reconciliation, because this is what we're doing. Our work goes beyond therapy. And when we convey this in a inner posture of humbleness, not like we're doing something better, but no, we're doing something that has a value of its own. And you can't define it because it can be integrated in every approach. And for me, no matter what therapy you study, what university study you do, the orders of love should be mandatory for everybody. So when Dragos said, yes, this movement, this collective movement, maybe this is what is needed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you know, it felt very strong at the end of the constellation when you ask if there's somebody else who wants to ask or say something, and it was that silence. And I think that silence says it all. There's a place of stillness, maybe, who calls us, and you know, not by doing, but just being in connection with others, with all the others, whatever that might mean. I can really feel it in my body. Yeah. I mean, it's beyond words. Yeah. And there's also this feeling of gratitude. I mean, being here in this place with you all feels for me that, you know, we are connected now, but we are connected beyond this place, I think. Yeah. And yeah.
I also want to thank you very much. And for me, it's like sacred space. When we work with this field, it's like a sacred space. And if we don't go with respect and gratitude, we cannot access the field. And thank you. I'm very grateful being in this. Thank you, Ursula, and thank you all. Mulțumesc.
Yeah. And I would like also to thank you for you being here today, for you Romanian people part of this whole story and movement. But I would also like to thank you people who are not part of this cultural social space, that you have been present and then supported us in this this constellation. Yeah, thank you, Annette. Thank you, Anika. Thank you, Daria. Thank you, Rusa. Thank you, Sharmista. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you, Scheherazade. And also thank you, Ursula. Thank you for for doing this for us. It was, for me, it was precious. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but it was really precious. I can feel it in my bones.
And to say something also, Dragoș and Ursula and all of you, we knew before that we are together, and we knew that we need to get in another place of togetherness. And I believe that this constellation brought us in this place of being together on another level. And I'm very grateful for this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Laura. This resonates a lot, yes. Yeah. And I want to thank everybody for joining. I want to thank you for your trust. Thank you, Dragoș, and whoever was part of choosing me, allowing me to.
Well, like I said, there was, I think the field has chosen you. There were many voices who resonated with you, and maybe there were also individual preferences from some other people, but I felt that the voice of the majority, it's mostly connected to what needs to be brought to the field and to invite the right person into the field at this right moment, and the collective voice was calling you. So yeah.
Thank you. I'm honored and humbled. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So are we breaking up, or are we staying again for a while together? Yes, Sharmista, you want to say something?
I think this is the most beautiful feeling, experience, and process that I felt right from the time number one came in. And the beauty in what I feel in my body is the reason why I raise my hand, because there is a certain amount of sublime energy all over, inside and outside of me, which feels like it's emanating light out in this entire space, which is emanating and it's flowing here. So I just wanted to kind of bring that to words with what I'm experiencing. Gratitude is really too small a word for this experience that's currently flowing here. And I think this is a big movement that is begun with Dragos bringing it to the fraternity. It may be Romania, but what you have done, Dragos, is you have actually opened this movement for this fraternity, beginning from Romania, moving everywhere else across all of us. And we're really blessed with you teaming up with Ursula and Ursula putting it all together in this space. So I'm humbled with my presence with all of you. Thank you. Thank you. I think we carry this silence away with us. It's very valuable.
It feels now like we're just like a herd of horses sitting in silence, waiting for the wind to blow, to follow the movement.